Baker, and this is the Brandon Baker channel. My show is about everything science, and today we're going to talk about one school in Kentucky called Ironville State University, and I flew down here and I was greeted by the president of Ironville State and by the professor of the Spartan. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Crearoids, a muscle-building supplement made of creatine and steroids. There are only two side effects, less than a 30% chance of testicular shrinkage and a 100% chance of looking like Vin Diesel.
Hello, thank you for having us, Brandon. My name is Bertram Engelman. I'm the president of Ironville State.
And I am Bart. I am the professor in charge of the Spartan program. Let's make sure.
All right, well, I have a few questions for you, Bertram. Can you tell me how your school is? Just vaguely, a vague description about your school.
Well, Ironville State is committed to research in bodybuilding developments and researches. Our research spreads over the entire planet, and our developments are used by everyone who bodybuilds.
We are the forerunners and leaders in the bodybuilding research community, only rivaled by our own crosstown rivals, Jack Upton University.
So, how focused on research are you?
Well, big. We have several departments. One of them is the dietary supplement department, where we recently developed a new drug called Crearoids.
Yes, it's a mixture of steroids and creatine. In our clinical trials, less than 30% of the people that were testing it experienced testicular shrinkage, and less than 40% of women experienced boosts in testosterone.
Crearoids are a huge breakthrough. Pepsi bought them recently, and the university made $12 billion off of
my, that's a large amount.
Yeah, Crearoids are an over-the-counter product. Bodybuilders everywhere can use them.
The only problem we're facing now, but it will soon be resolved, is that due to the anabolic steroid part of Crearoids, they are currently only legal for competitive use within Ironville, Kentucky.
Oh, really? That must have taken quite some work to get it past the legal here.
So we have our other buildings too, where the students can specialize. We have the arms department, legs, core. We have flight school.
A flight school?
Yeah, it's lats.
Lats, yes.
Obviously. Yes.
When somebody has massive lats, especially if they don't work out other areas, it looks like they have wings attached to them. It's very interesting. Really.
Yeah. We have the food hall. It's very popular with our students. They give out lots of brown rice and Crearoids.
Brown rice and Crearoids?
Protein shakes.
Well, during bulking season, basically what you can do is you can eat basically anything you want, as long as it's protein. But during cutting season, the only things we will serve there is Crearoids, brown rice, and grilled chicken.
Crearoids are very big at our university.
I see. So, you mentioned bodybuilding as one of your sports. What other sports do you have, like track and field or boxing or something?
We used to have track and field. A long time ago, we cut out the track parts, and now we just have field.
It's just field now.
Why'd you cut out the track program?
Well, cardio kills gains.
Track and field is probably our second biggest sport after just
bodybuilding.
Yeah, pageantry and bodybuilding. Track and field won 17 national titles in field.
Yeah, we are the current world champion for shot put goes to our school, and he is also the champion of bigger shot put.
Yes.
Oh, I've not heard that sport before.
Bigger shot put is normal shot is 18 pounds. Bigger shot put is 40.
So 40.
Yeah, it's very big.
We have many students that compete in the Scotland Highland Games.
That's our fall sport. Field is spring.
Well, the Scottish Highland Games, they're an annual event that happens in Scotland, and one of the biggest events for our students is the log throw.
Oh yeah. How heavy are the logs?
The logs can get up to 400 pounds.
400. Oh yeah. Wow, that I cannot even lift 20.
Well, that is because you don't go to Ironville State University.
Yeah. I mean, really, we take a lot of pride. The only school that even hangs with us a little bit is again Jack Upton University.
I've been meaning to ask. How competitive are you with them?
We are very competitive.
They haven't beaten us in field in 15 years.
Yeah, the only sport that they win at on a regular basis is swimming, and that's because we don't have a swimming program, and they allow other degrees.
Why don't we have a swimming program?
Well, it's actually a bit of a tragedy. Back around when the school was first founded, we tried out. We had a swim team, and as all the students entered the water,
it was the tryout day too. None of them had gone swimming.
The moment all of the students entered the water, their muscle mass was way too dense. They all sank like the rocks they threw.
And unfortunately, the lifeguards were also students at our school, and we did not give them a swim test.
When the lifeguards jumped in, they also drowned. Everyone died that day. 13 people.
Well, actually, there was one survivor because we managed to get the Navy SEAL team that we were providing a personal training session to come and rescue that.
November 26th.
Oh, I'm very sorry for this.
It's a half-mast day at our school.
It's a tragedy, really. We don't have school that day. There's one body of water that we haven't drained within 10 miles of our school.
Yeah, we drained them as a precaution.
Yeah, the only body of water that's left is the reservoir for the town's water, and what we do is we go and we put dye of our school's colors in the water. It renders it undrinkable, but it is a good honor.
Oh, I understand that it must be a tragedy, and I have a few more questions. Sorry.
Yeah, let's move on. It's a little dark.
It was a rough day for our students.
So tell me how your students communicate with each other. What's the social atmosphere like? How do they spend their free time?
Well, the 5 days of the week, Monday through Friday, students build. They really just lift.
And then on the weekends, we encourage. We actually don't encourage. We enforce a strict recovery rule because when we were lifting 24/7, all of our students were getting injured.
A lot of injuries. Our research branch found that it is constructive to just take recovery days. So the weekends, our students, we have open campus.
I'm sorry, but before the research, you just lifted 24/7.
Yeah,
everyone
a lot of
every
muscle
day.
tears. It was bad.
I mean, you have to understand that this school, we pride ourselves on being the strongest people in the world, and at that point,
well, the students during the open campus time, there's a lot of Myron that goes down.
Myron?
Myron is a social practice at Ironville State. We actually have the nickname Myronville State University because it's so popular to just Myron each other. Look around right now.
I noticed that everyone there is very, very attractive.
Yeah.
We've had some tragedies where people will drive or walk.
No fatalities,
but people will drive or walk onto our campus, and they will get distracted.
The thing is, Myron's actually a lot more dangerous than it sounds. There were a lot of Myron-related accidents, and so many that we were forced to make Myron a freshman entry class that all freshmen are required to take, so that way they can learn proper Myron safety.
Before we implemented that class, the transportation
most
department,
of the public who didn't receive an experience in Myron.
But the transportation department actually made the entire campus and the surrounding areas no drive.
Ironville Department of Transportation. Yeah, we the story was there were some people in the public driving through campus, and they got caught up. Myron, one of our students, and they lost control of their car, and they ran it right into a group of students returning from lunch.
Were the students okay?
Oh, the students were fine. The students were.
The car was totaled.
The car was destroyed though. We were sued for $25,000.
The cost of the car.
Yeah.
That must not be an issue because of how much money the Creoroids eventually made.
Well, Creoroids hadn't been invented yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry about that tragedy, but Tell me more about the admissions. Tell me some more information about your degrees that you offer at your school.
Well, all students are required to take an ACT or an SAT.
What the ones in high school?
It's similar. It is a standardized test.
The ACT stands for abs, curls, and triceps.
And the SAT is squats, abs, triceps. See, the ST is a little more arm-centric, and the ACT is a little more leg-centric. So, you can, we like a score of 1,800. That means it's about 600 reps at 500 pounds for each muscle group.
It's not a super difficult test, but it is.
No, it is screening. Only we have about 35% admissions.
I see also that your honors college admission is based on their SAT or ACT score.
We take everyone that was admitted into our school, and what we do is we make them form a line, and we walk them through the town of Ironville, and the 10% of students that get mired at the most are admitted into the honors college.
Yeah. You've probably heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, of
Arnold
course.
Schwarzenegger graduated from our honors college.
We actually renamed it to be called the Old Arnie Honors College because he got the highest GPA ever in the honors college.
And tell me more about your degrees. I heard he had the Spartan degree.
Yeah, the Spartan degree.
I am in charge of the Spartan degree. It is a comprehensive degree. It covers every muscle group, and as a bonus, if you complete it, we toss in a journalism degree.
It is. It's very tough. Then there's also arms and legs and all. You go to its respective school.
Every muscle group has its own degree.
Mm-hmm. I myself was an arms major, and Bart was a Spartan.
I see. So we're running out of time right now, so I'll just do a quick student interview with Bertrand, a tragic hero at Ironville State.
What's up, brah? I'm Bertrand, and I was a candidate for the Spartan degree, but my legs got chopped off.
Would you like to tell me how, or is it troubling to talk about?
Nah, dude, it's a good thing. I was doing an incline bench at 800 pounds, and the top of the reps, the bar slipped, and it landed on my legs and just cut clean through because I hadn't done leg day in a while, and so I didn't have that muscle pad to protect my legs from the bar.
Why is that a good thing?
Well, brah, I was, before that I had to do leg day, at least once a week, but preferably twice, but, and I didn't like leg day, but now I've got, natural legs that are super strong because they're bionic, and so I can put all my energy into my upper body and my squats.
All right, well, we're going to have to wrap up the show, so tune in next week for our next episode. And another thanks from our sponsor.
Creroids, bulk cut, Meyer, look like the love child of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.